Hey ladies, welcome back for a section all about tanning, getting some color for your skin for your wedding day. So some of you may be completely against tanning, and that is completely okay. I have some alternative options for you as well if you still want some color but don't want to get into a tanning bed. So don't completely skip this section if you are against tanning. So first of all, obviously wedding dresses are typically white or a shade of white of some kind. So whether it's ivory or whatnot, it's still a light color. And I am very fair skinned. I do have a self application tanner on right now, but I am very pale skinned. I've got a fair skin shade, and so especially in winter, like I have hardly any color. So if I were to wear white, it would really make me look interesting, or I would maybe look a little sick even, because white's not a great color on me with super pale skin, or I just wouldn't feel as confident, I should say. And so having a little bit of color to my skin when I'm wearing a white wedding dress, I definitely wanted to do that for myself and my self-confidence. And it also helps to show off muscles that I work so hard for. When you have some extra color for your skin, it shows that muscle definition. And so that was something I wanted for my wedding day, is I wanted a little bit of color. So just take that into consideration if you're like, well, I don't know if I should tan or not. So obviously the most obvious option that you can do is to get in a tanning bed. Now, if you're completely against this option, then just skip forward a little bit in this video. But if it's something that you are considering, this is actually helpful for prepping your skin for some intense honeymoon sunshine, if you know what I'm talking about. So if you're going to a tropical location and you know you're going to be getting a lot of sunshine, and you live in a place that doesn't get intense sun, then going to a tanning bed can actually be beneficial, because as you get closer to the equator, the sun's rays get stronger, and so you may end up completely getting sunburnt and fried on your honeymoon, which will be very painful if you never get any exposure to sunshine. But if you've tanned and your skin is accustomed to it, then you won't burn on your honeymoon. So that's something to consider. Obviously, if you are planning on doing a tanning bed, you will have to factor more time into your schedule for this. So you'll have to tan on a regular basis to get that base tan, and then to maintain it. You'll obviously want to get some goggles. You have to protect your eyes when you're tanning. So you could get some goggle pods, or take the strap off of the eye protector piece, because you don't want to have a line on your face or a bridge between your nose in some cases. You'll also want to invest in a tanning lotion, a really quality tanning lotion, because you'll get more color out of going to the tanning bed rather than if you don't use a tanning lotion. There are some really name brand ones that are very expensive, but you will get so much more color than if you don't use a quality tanning lotion. And there's some that have bronzer in them, and they last longer and they work really well. And yeah, so tanning bed, always an option. But there's another idea as well. You can go the spray tan route. So there are now so many machine options that are at tanning salons or even beauty salons that offer spray tans. There are machine options, and there are also people that will spray you as well. So just clarify if you would rather have a machine do it or you'd rather have a person do it. See if those options are available. The machine works really well. You'll stand in it. It will tell you like which position to stand, which way and direction to face. It will walk you through it. So it's really nice, but make sure you do a practice run for the spray tan before your wedding. Like, you don't want to completely hate how it turns out and then you're stuck with that skin color, or if it looks orange, you don't want to be stuck with that on your wedding day. So I always recommend doing a test run, whether it's a spray tan machine or like a self-application tanner. You don't want to look orange. Every machine probably uses different spray tan formulas, so just make sure you do a test run. That's why I say that. And a great tip for you before you do a spray tan or before you do a self tanner is to exfoliate and shave beforehand. So you can buy exfoliators where it's kind of rough and you rub it on your skin. That way it gets all of the dead skin off of your body, so you have a fresh layer of skin for the self tanner to be applied to. And it's also good to shave beforehand. You don't want hair to block that area. You want it to be a smooth, even application of the self tanner. Also, it's important to make sure that you put lotion in between your fingers and toes or on your heels so you can wash it off afterwards. You've probably seen people that have like really bad tanned fingers that look obvious. So what you can do is when you put lotion in between your fingers or your toes, when you shower later down the road, it comes off and it won't look so bad. Those areas are really important to put lotion on. That way it doesn't look so obvious that you have a spray tan. You'll also put your hair in a hairnet because obviously you don't want all your hair hanging down because then your back and your neck won't get a spray tan. And you also don't want to have makeup on. I recommend you don't have makeup on when you get a spray tan because you want all areas of your face to get the same amount of coloring as the rest of your body. So also, you will need to let the self tanner or the spray tan soak in for the recommended amount of time. Now, when I've gotten spray tans or when I've done a self application tanner, I will let it set in overnight most often. So I'll get it done in the evening or towards nighttime so I can sleep with it on and let it sink into my skin. Oftentimes they will recommend minimum of 6 hours of the spray tan or the self-application tanner sitting on your skin. So I figure why not just sleep with it, because you have to shower and rinse it off afterwards anyway. So I will sleep overnight most typically with a spray tan or a self tanner, and I'll sleep in loose black sweatpants or in a loose black shirt because you obviously don't want to wreck clothing that you love if this tanner gets on it. And I will just chill around the house that night, or if you have a day off and you need to get it done during the day, you can just hang out at home looking interesting with your spray tan, and it looks way darker with getting it just applied than it actually will once you shower and rinse it off. So don't freak out about that. Once you shower, it will be less intense. I just want to clarify that. So normally I recommend sleeping overnight with the self tanner on because it allows it to have proper time to sink into your skin. And then in the morning I will shower. So you'll see a lot of orange flowing in the water when you're showering. It's not all coming off. That's just the excess top layer of it. So a big tip though is when you're showering, you don't want to take very long showers because the more water that runs over it, it'll get worn down and the tan won't last as long. So if you are lathering your shampoo or your conditioner, maybe step out of the water or to the side. That way water is running on your body for the least amount of time necessary. And then also don't take a bath when you have a spray tan because obviously that will soak it off and it won't last very long. But once you're done showering and you grab your towel, pat dry. I mean, don't rub it off. You'll want to take your towel and pat it dry. So it depends on the brand of the spray tan or on the brand of the self tanner, but generally spray tans or the self application tanners can last between 5 and 7 days. So take that into account when you schedule one. What's really nice is if you do a spray tan or a self-application tanner, you can get one done for your bridal shower or for your bachelorette party or for the wedding. So you can schedule them for all of your special events. Also, when you have a spray tan or self-application tanner, moisturizing your skin helps them last a lot longer. So when you apply lotion to your legs or to your arms, the spray tan won't fade as fast. So if you're trying to extend it for a certain amount of time, like if you're getting your spray tan for your wedding and you want it to last your honeymoon, just keep applying lotion and it may extend the longevity of it a few days, which is awesome. And I do want you to take into account if the self tanner or the spray tan bleeds onto your wedding dress, is that going to upset you? Because when you sweat in your armpits, it can turn the fabric orange around the area and it can be difficult to get off. So is that going to matter to you if it bleeds onto your wedding dress? And if that will matter, then that's also why I maybe suggest tanning in a tanning bed, because obviously it's your skin that's getting colored and it's not a layer on top of your skin that will fade onto your wedding dress. So a self-application tanner that I want to show you though, this is the one that I use. I really, really like it. I've gotten good results. And what's nice is that it's not a spray, it's actually like a mousse. And so I will put my hand in this little mitt. You squirt the mousse on this and then you just rub it on your body in a circular motion. And it's really fast and it works really well. It gives me good color and it looks pretty realistic. Also, it's not very orange either. Like, I don't think it's orange. That's been my favorite one that I've tried, so I wanted to show you. And I really liked that it's a mousse because you can control how much and it looks really good. Honestly, I'm very impressed. So that works really well. Those are some options that I wanted to give you on if you wanted some extra color for your skin for your wedding day. So yeah, I hope that's helpful. And make sure you do some test runs if you're getting a spray tan done or self-application tanner, because you want to make sure that the results are how you want to look on your wedding day. So thank you for watching and please continue to the next section.